And so here is the statement. When you're half focused, you're half successful. Now that may seem like, well, that wasn't anything revelational, but if you really think about that, well, when you're only half focused on something, what are you going to get? Probably less.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Ariane?
Half or less, like you said.
Yep, that's right. So we don't do anything halfway. We don't do anything halfway here in the VIP. So let's get going on our topic today. Okay, we are using our same worksheet. So I'm going to share my screen with all you lovely ladies. We have the same form that we had last time. And our focus is to get really clear and defined in the way that we talk about our business. I saw that some of you did sign up for a Coffee Talk Facebook Live. Raise your hand if you were one of those people. All right, very good. So we had some of you to do that, and you're on the calendar. Rachel actually got to walk through this process, so she jumped in first. And let's talk a little bit about that experience. So Rachel, you see here, we basically went through this process, this interview process. So how did it feel for you?
I'm okay with public speaking in general. So this was, I actually had typed everything out. That's part of my process. I had the paper up against my screen. So I wasn't like, so I had something to reference, but I didn't like read off the script, you know. Right. I think at one point we went a little out of order. We jumped back to something. So I'm like, oh wait, where is that in the page? You know. Yeah. But overall, it was very good. Some feedback that I got from you is to be a little bit more conversational versus monologuing. How do you do that and still come across as informational?
So in this situation, the whole Facebook Live is about being conversational, being natural, organic. And so we don't want it to sound like a sales pitch. And so sometimes, sometimes we can get really wrapped up in our own story and all the information that we want to give over that we just lose track of time. It happens to all of us. And so what I like to say as a rule of thumb, that anytime that you're asked a question, you should never go over 2 minutes when you're answering a question before you invite that other person in to the conversation.
That's an awesome, for my melancholy, give me how-to detailed minds. That's great because I can hit the timer button and go and keep an eye on it, because you're right, there's just so much that I want to share. I've got like over 10 years of background with these people and just want to get it all out, but that shuts people down.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, and it is totally a brain science thing. So our brains can only take in so much information when you're talking. So usually when you go after a couple of minutes, that's the mind starts wandering and starts going to other things. And so even if you have more information to share, it's going to the other person say, well, I do, you may even ask them, hey, have you ever experienced anything like that? Or, you segue back to the person that's interviewing, I have this story. I don't know if we have time for it. Would that work? And, and then, just even allowing that your interviewer to come back, say, oh yeah, go ahead and share that story real quick. And then it just buys you a little bit of extra time. What you don't want to do is get in a monologue where you're talking. 5 minutes is actually a long time to listen to somebody, unless it's a keynote and that's just the expectation. When you go for an interview, they expect it to be back and forth. Okay.
Thank you.
So did somebody get a chance to watch the interview? Yeah. Crystal, Ariane, did you get to see some of it?
Yeah, I got to see some of it. So I don't feel like I got to see enough of it to I logged on late because yeah. So, but I
Okay.
thought I could see I maybe she kind of was going on more than 2 minutes, but as far as the confidence, you definitely had confidence,
Yes.
and you seemed as if you knew what you were talking about. You seemed comfortable, and so I did notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a confident tone and you've got good intonation. So you got good ups and downs, which keeps
Yes.
yeah. So Crystal, what else? Anything else that you would call?
Um, I was actually on when you guys had your interview. So I was one of the viewers at the moment. And then I went and shared your interview in my network. And so that way you can, hopefully gain some business there. But I found like the interview, even though there was some times that it did seem monologue-y, but because I struggle with that too. So I can notice it a lot more because I'm like, oh, I'm slipping into monologue again, but as far as like your just authenticity and in your speaking is very genuine. You're very transparent, and when you speak, it's like you're speaking to an old friend. So you do have that aspect of, you have that warm, inviting, and comforting, tone and structure to your dialogue. So it is, and of course, Miss Angie is always easy to engage, and I think everybody would just tell her their life story to her. So she's a very good person to have interviewing us. So it's like, yeah, I was like, I really enjoyed it. And it's like, in just learning more about you. And I was like, I wanted to be like jumping on going, I need some time after. I was like, I need to hear more about this story. So there was that aspect that you drew us in more, wanting to know more. So you did have that too.
Well, and Crystal, you bring up a great point, because that's exactly what you want to do. You want to leave them wanting more of you, to the point that they contact you after the interview. If you give them everything, if you give them the whole buffet right there in that meeting, then they're full, and there's nothing more. So I have to remind myself of that all the time too. I want to give you the whole buffet. I want to tell you everything that's going down, and all of the bullet points and the commas and periods and all of that in there. So totally get it.
And my background is more, because it's theater, it's more watch me, not interact with me. So when you gave me that feedback, I'm like, wait, okay, okay, all right. So it was a little hard to take, but I'm like, no, she was right. Okay, and that's an area I need to improve on, because it was supposed to be a dialogue, not a teaching session. And that's where I naturally want to go, is let me teach you this information. So that's something I have to work on, and I recognize that.
Right. Well, I mean, and if you think about it, a lot of us women, that's what we do go to. We want to start educating and teaching. And you have to think about, put everything in context. Is this a sales call?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a workshop kind of thing? Or, is this an interview to just invite people to get more interested in you? And so in the experience that I'm giving you, it's really ideal to take out to what I call cold audiences, people who don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to receive your education if you're not, if they don't know you, or have some idea or semblance of who you are. So I want to go ahead and jump into these segments. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to all walk through these questions together. So we're going to start out with your introduction first. So you're going to tell who you are, what you do, and how you help. So how many of you have something written down for that? Okay. So I'm going to give you just a minute to prepare on identifying who you are, what you do, and how you help people. Or sometimes I'll say, what value you bring. Okay, Rachel, so we're going to go with you first since you've already been on this rodeo. So
Okay.
go ahead and do your introduction.
Thank you, Angie. I'm so happy to, well, sorry, let's go. My name is Rachel Kuppenheber, and I'm an independent consultant with an organization called Life. I help people who are interested learn about financial, personal, and professional leadership development. And for everyone else, I help people overcome inflation by earning cash back on purchases they were going to make anyway.
Yeah, woo! Nailed it. Nailed it. Whoop, whoop.
Is that what she did on the day of the podcast?
She
Yep.
did something very similar to that. I'm trying to find, where are my symbols? I wanted to put like a,
Nail.
yeah,
Mhm.
like a thumbs up or something. Okay, but you know, here are my thumbs up. Okay, who wants to go next? Okay, go ahead, Ariane.
Hi, I'm Ariane Nicole, also known as Ariane Nicole Speaks. I'm a certified nurse practitioner with almost 2 decades of experience in the healthcare industry as a health clinician. I'm the founder of Rain IV Therapy. I founded Rain IV Therapy during the COVID pandemic in 2021 as a full concierge IV hydration company that brings the client's IV drip directly to them. I built this company to allow those who value alternative ways to integrate wellness options.
Okay, let's pause. Let's pause for a moment because you don't have to prove yourself with the years of experience.
Okay.
People automatically assume that you are an expert because you're the one talking. So if you could shorten your introduction to who you are and what you do. So getting to the, I do IV rain therapy, and tell a little bit about that. It's really, I want you to distill it down a little bit.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about all the years of experience. So if you were to simplify it, like, I'm Ariane Nicole, I'm
bridging the gap between those who, I don't know, come back to me.
okay, I will. I
Okay.
will. And I'll help you with some of the language too.
Okay.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Marty, come on, you know who you are.
I was looking at my stuff. Hold on. Okay. Hi, I am Marty Justice, CEO of Marty J Styles. I am a wardrobe personal stylist. I help busy mamas that need help with consultations, shopping, styling their dated and overwhelming, tired closets. And I also coach confidence to help them actually want to wear the clothing that I style for them.
Okay. So that was good. And
Okay.
now we want to just make it a little more
Shorter.
cohesive. So there's science behind the order of what you say. All right. So you
Okay.
have your name. I'm Marty
Yep.
J Styles. I am a wardrobe stylist. You go ahead and let them know what you are.
Yeah.
So
So
that-
I start with that first.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Marty J Styles. I'm a wardrobe stylist, and I can't remember what you said, closet detox expert. Or
No, I think I went into what I do, who I help, how I
Right.
help them. Yeah.
well, who you help comes after you put
What
your
I
title.
do.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I did that. Okay.
Okay.
Wardrobe's personal stylist. That's what I do, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then how I help is helping busy business moms, right?
Yep. Business mom.
Okay.
To do what?
Consult, shop, and style their wardrobes. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say because I'm intimately
Yeah.
acquainted with what you do, I would still throw out, you still have room to talk. Hi, I'm Marty J. Styles. I'm a wardrobe personal stylist and I help busy business moms to, I would simplify this a little bit
Mhm.
to, um,
Would I say personal? I help busy business moms. Okay. I was like, I couldn't even put a period after the stylist. And
yeah, I mean, I'm just like,
okay, yeah, I got it. No, I'm not thinking in that way. I'm thinking in my head
yeah,
out loud. Yeah. Oh,
I'm just making this up, but
yes, build confidence. Yes, I like that.
through maybe even reinvention, right? I mean,
Yes.
inventing their wardrobe, detoxing,
Yeah,
detox.
detoxing it could be in there too. Yes.
So this other part, consulting, shopping, and styling. So I got hung up on the consult.
Mhm.
So I work with these moms through
Fine.
consultation.
Okay.
Through
Okay.
consultation. And then I shop for them and I create new wardrobes for them.
Okay.
And you have to think about this when you're talking to your audience, they don't know what you know. They
Yeah.
don't talk the same language that you do. So I usually like to have you think about if you were explaining this to a sixth grader, how would you articulate what you do? So when I look at this, hey, I'm Marty J. Styles. I'm a wardrobe personal stylist. I help busy moms to build confidence in themselves through wardrobe reinvention. I help them to detox their closets. And I work with these moms through consultations, shopping, and I style their new wardrobes for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to try it again on your own?
Sure. Just reading this, right?
Well, I want you, so it's got to be real. These are my words. So if
I know. Can you come back to me?
Yeah.
I almost didn't get on this call because I'm not sleeping. So I feel crazy.
Okay.
I'm exhausted. I can do it in my own words and I will do
Okay.
that while y'all talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the crazy. I'm feeling
Yeah.
crazy too. We're all crazy in here today. Whoop whoop. All right, Crystal Schultz.
Hi, I am Crystal Schultz. I'm a coordinator here at the VIP Center for Business Women. And what I do is I assist scheduling and hosting events, as well as assisting new VIP members with orientation. One way that I help is by making phone calls and sending emails to potential events. And then for clients who have booked, I assist in just ironing out their final details, assisting with any catering referrals that they need, and just making sure that their event here is just a memorable one. And with the new members that we have coming through, I assist them with getting acquainted with their membership, answering questions they may have, and directing them in the right path with what all they get in benefits and their perks that they have.
Okay. So I love your voice and your enthusiasm. By the way, you are the lead coordinator for VIP Center.
That's right. Lead coordinator. Not just a coordinator, I'm the lead coordinator. I keep forgetting to say that.
Yeah, so you are the lead coordinator for the VIP Center. So you manage event sales and the execution of those events. You are also in charge of managing members.
Yeah, I like the words managing. That's what I, yeah.
From in charge of managing members. And also you are the, what's the right words here? So here's the thing. You don't have to tell like a resume of things. It's not like a resume. I really want you to think about deeply, Crystal, what exactly you do and like create a title for it. So like, let's say, so I'm the lead coordinator for VIP Center. And what that means is that I'm the event manager. I manage events from the time that someone inquires to the time that it's time for their actual event. I also handle getting new members into the door, onboarding them, and making sure that they have a great experience as a member for VIP Center. So you see that's coming up a lot higher than I answer the phones, I take notes. Those are very tactical things, and that's what part of the job is. But when you're talking to your audience, it's best to just summarize it in like, hey, here's a high level of what I do. And here's how I help people. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's go with Kiera for 500.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kiera Reddy, and I am a live event artist. I create paintings at weddings and events. And essentially, I help people who are looking to elevate their events and capture their day in a special way.
Woohoo! Good job. Good job.
That was sweet and short and straight to the point.
Yeah, we know exactly what you do. And so what I love about that is that when someone hears her in those first few seconds, that's the most important, the most impressionable time is just in those few seconds in the way that you introduce yourself. And if they're confused about what you do, then they won't remember. So Kiera, you just said what you needed to beautifully. And I think in your case, there's not much more to add. I mean, that you've said everything that you've needed to say. So good job.
Thanks.
Okay, who wants to try again? Ariane, you want to try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Oh, Lord, I don't know why it's so hard. Okay. So, hello, everyone. My name is Angie Nuttle, and I am the certified nurse practitioner who founded the company Rain IV Therapy. At Rain IV Therapy, we do different IV drips. We bring your IV drip directly to you because we're a full concierge company. And so these IV drips, they assist with energizing, hydrating, replenishing, improving skin, lifting brain fog. They may even help with deeper sleep. They enhance mood and just so much more. Here at Rain IV Therapy, it's a highly satisfying experience per some of our other clients that offers that you to be able to wind down, relax, and become more rejuvenated. Still very wordy, but.
Yeah, that's good though. So I'm Ariane Nuttle. I'm a certified nurse practitioner and owner of Rain IV Therapy, a modern and healthy way to bring energy, hydration, brain clarity, and natural beauty to people who have experienced a lot of stress and you need a reset in your body.
That's good. Stress reset. Those are nice words.
I think the term concierge is really cool in there.
Okay, we need to define that a little bit more. So we provide concierge services?
Yes, a full concierge IV hydration business that brings your IV drip directly to you. We bring it to your office. We bring it to your business conferences, your wellness retreats, your home.
Okay.
Your bachelorette or a bachelor party.
Right. Okay.
Or would it be the after party?
And definitely the after party as well.
Okay. So that makes it, so I think one reason why you've struggled, Ariane, is because you're doing so many things and you feel like, I mean, most of us feel like we have to just say, here's exactly what I was doing, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. I mean, just like a resume. When this is the service that you're trying to sell to people. And so this is what they need to be very clear on in terms of what you provide. So I think that you're a certified nurse practitioner. You are the CEO or founder or owner of Rain IV Therapy, which is a really exciting natural alternative way to bring energy, hydration, brain clarity, and natural beauty to people who need a stress reset. We provide concierge services. So basically we bring the IV drip to you no matter where you are, whether you're at your home, your office, or a party location.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, short, sweet, and gets right to the important words.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, anyone else want to try? Want to make a go at it? If not, no problem. All right, so we have about 5 minutes. Hi, we've got about 5 minutes. So that is enough for all of us to do a 1 minute personal story in background. All right. And so we're going to have to time these. I'm going to get my timer. Be thinking about what's most important for people to know about your story. I know I'm just throwing you in this, but you guys know who you are. You know who you are, you know who your story is. Relate the story to whatever it is that you're selling. So for example, Ariane Nicole, you know, what is the story that most closely ties to why you're doing IV drip, Rain IV therapy? Okay. Just a very quick story. Marty, yours is, you know, why did you start? You know, how did you start? And I actually loved the story that you told last week. It was perfect. Okay, who wants to try first? Just a 1 minute personal story background. Crystal, you want to go?
Yep.
Okay, I'm hitting the button.
Okay. All right. I have to say I didn't see myself here in the past, but God came along and made a path for me. He set the stage and I answered the call. I have been in the corporate world for most of my life, and God stepped in and changed that. And I am so thankful that Angie and the Lord provided this place and path for me to use my gifts and talents to serve and help others by managing and coordinating events and new membership.
All right, well, that was 30 seconds.
I know. I was like, that's as far as I got. I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
Okay, we're gonna just leave it at that. We're gonna hear some more. So who wants to go next? Rachel?
Okay, go ahead.
Rachel, go ahead.
I was introduced to life by my brother, and I'll say in the beginning, I was not interested at all. I went to an informational meeting to be supportive to him, but I went with everything from my arms to my eyebrows really crossed. However, when I got there, I started listening to the message that they were presenting about how most people live a 45-year plan, and I realized that I didn't want to be that way and that my eyes were open to new possibilities. I joined and really started digging into the information in the form of books, audios, and community meetings. And this information really transformed my life. I changed my personality in some ways. I changed how I communicated with people. But mostly I was able to change my finances, and that I was able to pay off all my debt load, such as credit cards, personal loans, and student loans. And even paid off 2 car payments. But to me, the biggest thing was I got respect for myself in that I was able to have a savings account with account in it.
Time's up. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna keep going. Who's next? Marty?
I can't even remember what I said last week. What did I say? I don't even remember. Was it really like how I got started? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So Marty, I'm interviewing you right now. Tell us a little bit about you. How did you get started in this styling business?
So, said a prayer, taking my son to drop him off. A girlfriend comes out of a room telling me that, reminding me that I had styled her and multiple friends, and there was a woman that that started a business across the country on a podcast, and she looked at me and said, "Do you want to start a business doing that?" And that is when I felt life, and that's how I got started.
Cool. That was 30 seconds.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Who's next? Okay, go ahead,
Hello.
Kira.
Okay, so in 2018, I started painting as a way to bring joy to my life after a bad depression. And over the last 5 years, I've poured into my passion of painting through sharing my art at public galleries and displays throughout Indianapolis. In 2019, I found my way into event painting after an organization reached out to me to paint as a way to raise funds for their event. It was really fun, it was really new. And since then, I have followed my passion and have been working with organizations and couples to help them celebrate their special day with art.
All right. Awesome. Good job. All righty. I guess that would be Ariane Nicole. Ready?
Okay. Yeah, so honestly, I have been in the corporate world for quite some time now, maybe since 2009. And I honestly never really seen myself as an entrepreneur. However, recently, someone wanted to collaborate. We couldn't make the dollars make sense. And so the only thing that made sense was for me to start the business. And I did that, and it was an IV hydration business, and I completely believe in IV hydration because of the way it changed my life when I felt like I was gonna die, and I got a drip, and within 20 minutes I was jumping off of the cot and I was walking out of the ER.
Yeah. All right. Good job. All right. So we got everybody right. Very good. So you see, a minute for some of us, it can be the perfect amount of time. For some of us, it sounds like you still have to get some things worked out internally, right? So I want you to think about your story, your personal story. And when we come together next week, we're going to dig into the personal story, and I'm going to give you a tool to help you to make it more organized and meaningful. Okay. So, and that tool is called SCORE. Those of you who have worked with me before, you see that tool, you know that tool, but we are going to work on this so that you can nail that background story, that origin story that you're sharing, and do it in a way that's really impactful. Anybody have any questions? All right, ladies. Well, listen, I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.
Okay. Hey, Angie, I had a quick off the records about the Jeopardy game. Is there a place where we can find that Jeopardy game?
Yes, that is called, okay, I have some weirdos looking in the window right now. Here, it is called Factile, playfactile.com.
Cool.
Yeah, I will also put that in the chat. Oops.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Thanks, Angie.
All right, everybody. Have a good one.